In the solvent, the sailboat and its model have the same shape, but they're different sizes. Similar figures have the same shape, but are not necessarily the same size. The symbol shown here, the equal sign with the squiggly line over the top, means is congruent to. Congruent angles have the same measure. The symbol, just the squiggly line shown here, means is similar to. In the diagram, triangle ABC is similar to triangle FGH. The ratio, length AB from the smaller triangle over its corresponding length FG from the larger triangle, well, that's 8 over 12, and that reduces to 2/3. The length of BC from the smaller triangle over the length GH, the corresponding side from the larger triangle, equals 12 over 18. That also reduces to 2/3. And the length AC from the smaller triangle over length FH, the corresponding length from the larger triangle, equals 10/15, and again reduces to 2/3. Note angle A is congruent to angle F, angle B is congruent to angle G, angle C is congruent to angle H, and all of the ratios of corresponding sides are equal. In similar figures, the measures of corresponding angles are equal, and corresponding side lengths are in proportion. The order of the letters when you name similar figures is important because it tells which parts of the figures are corresponding parts. Problem 1. Finding the length of a side. And this one's multiple choice. In the diagram, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. What is the length DE? Our choices are A, 7.5, B, 9.5, C, 21.3, and D, 24. Consider the triangles, ABC and DEF here, and the side lengths shown. Side length AB is 10, BC is 16. Corresponding to AB is DE, that's unknown. Corresponding to BC is EF, and EF has a length of 12. And corresponding to AC, our unknown side length from the larger triangle, is DF with a length of 18 in the smaller triangle. So first, consider what you know. You know the length of segment AB, which corresponds to segment DE. You also know the lengths of two other corresponding sides. That would be segment BC and segment EF. You also know the triangles are similar. Now consider what you need. You need the length of segment DE. And so your plan, write a proportion involving two pairs of corresponding sides, segment AB and segment DE, and then segment BC and segment EF. The length of segment DE is the only unknown, so you can solve for it using proportional reasoning and the cross products property. First, write a proportion. BC over its corresponding side EF equals AB over its corresponding side DE. Then substitute the known lengths, 16 for BC, 12 for EF, and 10 for AB. DE remains unknown, but now we have a proportion with 3 of the areas filled in with constants, so we can solve for our unknown DE. We'll use the cross products property. 16 times the length DE equals 12 times 10, and multiply 16 DE equals 120, and then divide each side by 16 to isolate DE, and we'll find that DE, the measurement of that segment, equals 7.5. DE is 7.5, so the correct answer is A. Your turn. In the diagram, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. What is the length AC?